Missing formulas in life? Problems becoming too difficult to clear? Well then, you need Mr. Math Cleaning Solution. Just spray the liquid formula.
Hey guys, this is Mr. Ng going over quiz version A. Okay, so I noticed if I count, I have two terms here, and you'll notice that this is not a difference of squares. And what that means is squares means there is no power of 2. So you don't have like second x squared or a 49 that can turn into 7 squared. So it's not that case. So this problem, the first question you should ask then is, after counting the number of terms, is the GCF? Well, this has a 7 times an x. This is a 1 times a 7. So they have a 7 in common. That's my GCF. And then you're just left with x minus 7. And so that's our answer. Whoops. So you'll notice they have a 7 in common. Their 7 is their GCF. And then whatever I didn't highlight in blue here, this would be then x minus 1. So that would be choice A. Okay, for B, I can do the same thing. I can count the number of terms. And you could just problem them. I showed you guys in 2 ways. You can do 2 GCFs. Let's go ahead and do that one. Just means you break it up here. So they have a 3x squared in common. Okay, now if everything disappears, you still have a plus 1. So so that would be left with x plus 1 there, x plus 1. Okay, on the other side, I have x plus 1. And hopefully you can see that they just have a 1 in common, so you just leave it as 1 times x plus 1. And then what they have in common is, this is now your second GCF, x plus 1. And then what you don't have there is these two. That would be 3x squared plus 1. Now, you could try to factor that and you realize you can't factor that again. That doesn't work. So this is our answer. And that would be choice D. If you wanted to use the box method for that, you just put it inside of a box. In the form of a Z. And then you just think what they multiply on the outsides. So this would be a 3x squared, this would be an x, 1, and a 1. And then x plus 1 is what you have, 3x squared plus 1. Number 3, the can fill in the blanks of the squares so that each row, so it's going to the left and the right, and then each column that's going up or down contains the numbers 1, 2, and 3. So I saw a student come up to me and say, am I doing this correctly? And they had negatives. Well, they have to be just the numbers 1, 2, and 3. They're all positive. Okay. First one is the easiest one. There's my freebie. There's my 2. And then I just need numbers that divide to be 3. So I'm going to try 3 and 1. I might have to erase it later on. Now I know that doesn't work because if I go down to this one says 2 numbers. So if I did 2 and 1, I have a repeating ones there, which is bad. So let's go ahead and go back. Let's switch those numbers up. Let's try 1 and 3. 3 divided by 1 is 3. And then I can do this one as 2 and 1. Let's see what happens. I know I can't do that because I need 3 and 1 there. So let's switch those. Oh, it just said that. And then I have some repeating numbers there too. So good thing is you can always go back to change these up. Maybe switch this one, 3. Let's try this. This one goes 1, and this one is 3. Okay, so I think that works. No repeating numbers. Great. Okay, number 4. First thing I'm gonna do is there a GCF? And there is. So if I break these up, I notice they all have an m in common. So if I do that, then I'm left with m to the 4th plus 2m squared minus 48. Okay, now this I can use Xbox for. So a is 1, b is 2, c is negative 48. I'm thinking of my two numbers to be 8 and 6. Okay, so remember that is splitting this term here. So that would be 8m squared negative 6m squared. I'm gonna write that top left and this one in the bottom right. Now we just need things that multiply on the outside, so m squared times m squared equals m to the 4th. This would be a positive 8, and this one would be a negative 6. Let's write that. And if you chose to add a 0x there, you'll realize that that is prime, and this one will also be prime. Okay, what does that mean? This is your answer right there. That's my boxing. Okay, number 5, count the number of terms. You can use Xbox. No, is there a GCF? They don't all have an X, and they all don't have a number in common. Like 9 and 30 have 3, but 11 is a prime number. So there is no GCF. So A is 9, B is 30, C is negative 11. Pay attention because my A value is bigger than 1. I have to use both the X and the box. So I have A times C, which is 9 times a negative 11, which is negative 99. My B value is 30. If you need some hints, which I'm thinking about out loud. So 99 times 1, 3 times 33. Sometimes it's just helpful for you to visualize it. That's just what I did right there. And we'll make that one negative. So if I multiply that equals negative 99, but if I add those together equals 30. So we are splitting this term, so that's an x right there. So I have 33x, negative 3x. Then the first term always goes in the top left. Bottom right always goes the last term. And then we're thinking of stuff now that multiplies. So 3x, 3x, negative 1, and positive 11. So to factor that, 3x plus 11 and 3x minus 1. That's my answer.
Room 902, providing a place where you can learn and enjoy math and chess.